a while and that you're having an amazing evening so far. All right, so today we'll be doing the grade 8 lesson or the grade 8 English lesson on synonyms and antonyms. All right, so before we start with our lesson on synonyms and antonyms, we're going to go to aplusstudents.ca. We're going to log in with our username as well as our password. And then we're going to scroll down up until, all right. Then once we get to the subject of the subjects, we're going to choose the subject of language arts, which is English. And then we go to grade 8. All right, so once we are by grade 8, we're going to scroll down up until we get to the chapter of synonyms and antonyms. So synonyms and antonyms. And in today's lesson, we are going to focus on choose the synonym and choose the antonym. So we're going to choose the synonym and we're going to choose the antonym. So let's go to the first one, which is choose the synonym. Pardon. All right. So synonyms are words with the same or nearly the same meaning, right? So synonyms are words with either the same or nearly the same meaning. So the words, for example, cheerful and buoyant are synonyms, right? Because both of these words, which is cheerful and buoyant, it means happy or upbeat, right? So synonyms are words with the same or nearly the same meaning. And here they're giving us an example of cheerful and buoyant, right? And the synonym, right? They are synonyms, right? Because the meaning of these two words are happy and upbeat, right? So cheerful as well as buoyant, they are synonyms because both of these words, which is cheerful and buoyant, it means happy or it means upbeat, right? And synonyms are words with the same or nearly the same meaning, right? All right, so if we look at our first sentence, right? It says, which word is the synonym of verify? Verify, right? So if we need to verify something, then the synonym of verify is to confirm, right? So verify and the word that is the same or similar is confirm. Because confirm is a synonym of verify. Verify is a synonym of confirm, right? And the word verify, it means to determine that something is correct or true. So if something is correct or true, that is the same as you saying, I confirm that this thing is correct or true, which means that verify or synonym, or let's say confirm, sorry, is the synonym of verify. So confirm is the synonym of verify. And the meaning means that you determine that something is correct or true, right? And remember, we said that synonyms are words either with the same meaning or nearly the same meaning. The meaning doesn't have to be directly the same, but it sort of means the same, almost, nearly, right? Which word is the synonym of covered? Covered. So the word covered, right? The word that is similar to covered is secret, right? So secret is the synonym of covered, and the word covered, it means hidden or under cover. So secrets is the synonym of covered, which means hidden or under cover. Because remember, also with a secret, right? you need to hide it, right? You cannot tell anybody else because that is a secret. And the same with covered means hidden or under cover. We need to find the synonym of punctual. Punctual. So if someone is punctual, right? If someone is punctual, then it means that they are on time, right? So punctual and on time. On time is the synonym of punctual, and punctual means at the expected time. If you said we must be there at 1 p.m., then the punctual person will be there 10 minutes before 1, for example, right? Means at the expected time. At your expected time, I will be there, right? I will attend the event and I'll be there whichever time that you give me. So that is a punctual person or somebody that is on time, right? And just once again, similar synonyms, right, are words that either have the same meaning or nearly the same meaning, right? So it doesn't mean that the meaning is directly the same, right? But it can either mean that the meanings nearly means the same. So these are synonyms. All right, let's go to next. What is or which word is a synonym of adverse? Adverse. So the word that is similar, that the word that is the same or nearly the same as adverse is unfavorable. Unfavorable, right? And unfavorable is a synonym of adverse, which means bad or harmful, right? It means bad or it means harmful, unfavorable. And we said covered. The synonym of covered is secret, right? Hidden or under cover. Fluctuate. What is fluctuate? What does fluctuate mean? So if something fluctuates, right, we can say it varies. So vary is the synonym of fluctuate, right? And the word fluctuate, it means to change frequently. It means to change frequently. And the synonym of fluctuate is vary. All right. Which word is a synonym of boisterous? It is boisterous, right? If something is boisterous, then it means that it is rowdy. So boisterous is rowdy. And the synonym of boisterous we said is rowdy. And boisterous, which means loud and lively. Loud and lively. That is boisterous. Loud and lively. What is the synonym of transaction? Another word for transaction is exchange. So transaction is an exchange. So the synonym of transaction is exchange, right? An exchange is the word transaction basically refers to a transfer of money, goods or services between parties. That is a transaction that is taking place, right? Or another word would be that is an exchange taking place. All right. What is the synonym of morsel? Morsel. So morsel, the synonym of morsel is crump, or crump is a synonym of morsel. Crump. So crump is a synonym of morsel, and the word morsel refers to a tiny bit of food, which is crumbs basically, because that is tiny bits of food. All right. So once again, synonyms are words with the same or nearly the same meaning. And we made an example of the word cheerful. Cheerful and buoyant, they are synonyms. Cheerful and buoyant are synonyms, and both means, or both of these words means either happy or it means upbeat, right? So synonyms are words with the same or nearly the same meaning. All right. Now we're going to our test. We are now going to begin the test on choosing the synonym. We now need to choose the synonym of the word tedious. Tedious. Is tedious detailed or is tedious boring? Tedious. Is it detailed or is it boring? All right, so if something is tedious, right, then we can say tedious or it is then boring, right? So tedious, it means boring. Or let's say the synonym is basically boring. Which word is a synonym of maternal? So maternal, is maternal motherly or is maternal mammalian? Like mammalian. So which is maternal, motherly or mammalian? Right? Let's go with motherly. Right? Because usually maternal refers to motherly. Covered. Covered. Is it undisguised or secret? Covered. Covered. All right, so covered is secret, right? Secret. So the synonym of covered is secret. Which word is the synonym of disperse? Disperse. The meaning of disperse. Is it to scatter or is it to shed? Shatter or to shed? Scatter. All right, so the meaning of the word disperse, right? We can then basically say it is, let's use the word to scatter, right? Disperse. Which word is synonym of punctual, right? If somebody is punctual, they are on time. All right. All right. So we basically now chose the synonyms within that lesson, right? We chose the synonyms within that lesson, and now we are going on to antonyms, right? So antonyms, we said synonyms. Sorry, we said synonyms are words with the same either meaning, right? Not necessarily the same, but it can be nearly the same. So synonyms are words with the same or nearly the same meaning, right? So it is the same or nearly the same meaning. But now we're going on to antonyms. Choose an antonym. All right, so antonyms are words with opposite meaning, right? So an antonym is words with opposite meaning. Synonyms are words with the same meaning, and antonyms are words with opposite meaning. For instance, counterfeit is an antonym of the word real, right? And the word counterfeit, it means fake or forged. So antonyms are words with opposite meaning, and we're making an example of counterfeit, right? And we said counterfeit is an antonym of the word real, which means it is the opposite of real. So if something is not real, then it means that it is fake or it is forged, right? And antonyms is opposite meanings, right? It is the opposite in meaning. For example, counterfeit, right? It is the antonym of real, meaning it is the opposite of real. It means fake or it means forged. All right. All right. So which, oopsie, is an antonym of discord? The antonym of discord. So the antonym of discord, which is the opposite meaning of discord, right? It means harmony. Harmony is the opposite of discord. Harmony, right? So harmony is the antonym or the opposite of discord. And and discord, it refers to conflict or disagreement, right? And when there's harmony, it means that there's no conflict and there's no disagreement. So discord, it means, or the antonym of discord is harmony, right? And we said that the antonym is opposite in meaning. And this word discord, it refers to conflict or disagreement. Harmony is the antonym of discord. We need to find the antonym of ratified. Ratified. So the word ratified, it means formally approved of something. So if you're formally approved of something, then the opposite of that is where you are rejected, right? So rejected is an antonym of ratified. And the word ratified, it means formally approved something. But the opposite in meaning of ratified is rejected. We need to find the antonym of trivial. Trivial. All right, so trivial, right? It means insignificant. So trivial means insignificant. So if something is insignificant, then the opposite, right, of trivial, it means important. It's important, right? And the meaning of trivial, it means insignificant, right? Oopsie. All right, we're going on to the next one. Next, we need to find the antonym of pristine. Pristine. And the antonym of pristine is spoiled, right? Because pristine, it means completely pure and fresh. Pure and fresh. All right. So we need to find the antonym of pristine, and we said the antonym of pristine is spoiled, right? And the word pristine, it means completely, purely, and fresh. So pristine and spoiled. All right. We need to find the antonym of abominable. Oh, abominable. So abominable. And abominable means extra unpleasant. Extremely sorry, unpleasant. So abominable means extremely unpleasant. Not even just unpleasant. They're putting emphasis on extremely unpleasant. Right? But now the opposite, right, which is the antonym of the word abominable, is wonderful. It's wonderful, right? Which means that wonderful is the antonym of abominable. And the word abominable means extra unpleasant. So the opposite or the antonym of abominable is wonderful. All right. Which word is the antonym of abate? Abate, abate. And the meaning of the word abate means to lessen or reduce, or to reduce, yes. So the word abate, it means to lessen or reduce, right? Antonyms. And remember, we said antonyms are opposite, right? It is opposite meanings. So if abate means to lessen or reduce, then what is increase, right? So the antonym of abate is to increase, because abate, it means to lessen or reduce. Let's go to next. This is now where we're going to be choosing antonyms. And remember, antonyms is opposites. Which word is an antonym antonym of arid? So arid, is it cold or is it wet? So cold or is it wet? All right, so if we choose the opposite in meaning of arid, right? So the meaning of arid is having little or no rain, too dry, too barren to support vegetation. So arid, right? It has little or no rain, it's too barren. Let's say cold. Let's see what it says. Cold. Right. So yeah, it says arid, right? Arid, the meaning of arid, it actually says little or no rain, right? Too dry or barren to support vegetation, right? So in this case, we got the answer incorrect, right? So if you get an answer incorrect, like what I did, then you will have to go and look to find where the correct word is or the correct meaning is, copy the link, and then you send it to us, right? So you copy the link, you send it to us, and you will get 100 bonus points. All right, so alright. We need to find the antonym of abate. Abate. So abate. And remember, the antonyms means opposite, right? So abate. So abate means of something unpleasant or severe, right? So the opposite of unpleasant. So it's either pleasant, or we can say it is either support, right? Let's choose support. Let's go with support. All right, so here we chose support, right? So abate, right? It means become less intense or widespread, basically less intense, right? Remove or reduce, right? So if we were to choose the opposite in meaning of abate, then abate is actually the first one, right? Not support, it is increase. But now, whenever you get something incorrect, you can then copy the link, send it to us, and you will get 100 bonus points. Which word is an antonym of biased? Right? Biased. Is it supportive? or are you fair? That is the opposite of bias, right? Let us go to fair, because if they are not fair, they are biased. Which word is the antonym of trivial? Trivial. We need to find the antonym, which is the opposite of trivial. Is it important or is it minor? Trivial. So, trivial, is it important or is it minor? So, basically, trivial, right? The meaning of trivia or trivial. So, trivia or trivial, it basically refers to forms of entertainment, right? So, trivial, oops, let us choose one, right? If it's not trivial, let's just say important, right? All right. So, that is basically antonyms and also synonyms, right? So, we basically went over what a synonym is and we went over what an antonym is, right? And we said synonyms are words either with the same or similar meaning, and an antonym is words with opposite meaning. Words with opposite meaning, right? Oopsie. All right, now we're going to do an activity. Let us go to the whiteboard. So basically, synonym and antonyms, right? They say a thesaurus contains synonyms, which is words that mean the same as your chosen word, right? An antonym is a word with opposite in meaning. So what happens is that we will, for example, have a word which is happy, old, smooth, and the synonym, which is the word similar in meaning or the same meaning, is of happy is joyful, delighted, overjoyed. But the opposite, which is the antonym of happy, is sad, right? So happy, opposite of happy is sad, and the synonym of happy is joyful, delighted, overjoyed. Then we have old. We have old. Look over this one. Old. So old is the word, right? And the word that is the same meaning or similar or synonym is elderly. So you can either say old people, we can say the elderly, decrepit, or matured. I think they prefer more elderly and matured. And the opposite of old, elderly, matured, we can say is young. And then we have smooth as a word. And the synonym of smooth is flat, uniform, horizontal. And the antonym, which is the word opposite in meaning, is uneven. And the word is smooth. So the word smooth and the antonym is uneven. All right, so here is but a few words of synonyms as well as antonyms. And we said synonyms are the words that are the same or similar in meaning, and antonyms is words that have opposite in meaning. They are opposite, right? And there we have a few synonyms, which is clever. Another word for clever is smart. Another word of scared is afraid. Careful and cautious. Daring and bold, like be daring, be bold. Beautiful, which is attractive. Thought, idea. Generous, kind. Terrible, awful. And then we have antonyms, right? Which is words that have opposite meaning. Hard, right? Soft, rough, smooth, deep, shallow, clean, dirty, thick, thin, cheap, expensive, agree, disagree, always, never. So those are synonyms as well as antonyms. And then we have another page with a few synonyms and a few antonyms. So a few synonyms, right, is start. So start, and then the same as start is to begin. Pretty, same as pretty is lovely. Quick, fast. Large, enormous. Scared, frightened. Tired, sleepy. Sick, ill. Bring, carry, woman, lady, rich, wealthy, smart, intelligent. So that is words that are the same, right? So words that have similar meaning, or at least we are trying. You maybe try to help, and you get the meaning of something, right? Doesn't make sense, but like similar in meaning, or it is almost um, the same meaning. So it doesn't mean that it's necessarily the same meaning, but it's also almost the same in meaning. Then we have an antonym. Once again, an antonym is the opposite, right? The opposite of loud, which is soft. Fast is slow. Several, few. Front, back. Last, first. Older, younger. Nervous, brave. Early, late. Serious or silly, right? So these are a few synonyms and antonyms, right? So now in our first activity, what we're going to do is we are going to match each word with its synonym. So we'll have the word on the left hand side and we are going to match it with the synonym on the right hand side. All right. The first one is already done for us, right? Which is rest. And the synonym of rest, or another word for rest, is relax. The synonym of ill is sick. Then under. What is the same as under? Under. So the same as under is below. The same as shout. 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 We need to look at the word that is similar to shout. Quick, odd, carpet, relax, bad, bag, below, difficult, while sick. Shout. All right, let's go to hard. The same as hard. Something is hard, something is difficult. Oopsie. Fast. Right? If something is strange, if something is strange, we can say something is odd. Right? A rug is another word for carpet. And then we have evil, and then we have sack. Sack is a bag, right? So these are but a few synonyms, right, that we are matching with its correct word, right? For example, rest, relax. All right, so now we're going on to the next one. So now we're going on to synonyms as well as antonyms. And we said synonyms are words either with the same or almost the same meaning, right? And antonyms, it means the opposite, right? So the first word is given to us, right? We have the word in the middle, which is beautiful, right? So now you need to find the synonym of beautiful as well as the antonym of beautiful. And we say that the synonym of beautiful is pretty. Look at her pretty, right? So pretty is the same as saying the person is beautiful. But the opposite of beautiful, the opposite of beautiful is ugly. So if something is not beautiful, it is ugly. And that is not just only in appearance, can also be in personality, right? Right on top, let us quickly look at those words. It says lucky is the word, then we have fortunate as a synonym and unfortunate as an antonym. Then the synonym we have start, and then we have end. The same with conclusive and conclusive, and then tranquil and stormy, right? These are synonyms as well as antonyms. And we said synonyms are words that are either the same or almost the same in meaning, and antonyms are the opposite in meaning, right? It means the opposite, means something different, right? And once again, based on this example that was made with the two arrows, right? We have beautiful in the middle. A word similar to beautiful is pretty, right? And then we have another word, which on the other side, which is an antonym. And the antonym of beautiful is ugly. And remember, I said ugly doesn't have to be physical appearance, it can be from the inside, the type of person that you are. Do not follow rules, rude, and so on. All right, so that is basically the end of my lesson on synonyms and antonyms. And we said synonyms are words either with the same or similar meanings, and an antonym means that it is opposite in meaning. All right, so that is basically the end of our lessons grade 8 or lesson grade 8. I really hope that you enjoyed the lesson, and you should have an amazing evening further. Goodbye.